If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens, other animals, and action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics, and happy hump day. Steve Migs, yes. You and I, we have a lot in common. Okay. So much. For one, we both commute the most out of everyone in this room. And we both drive Kias.
Both Kia Sportages.
Kia Sportages.
And I think they're both 20 years. Is it 2023?
2023.
Whenever they ask me what the year of my car is, I'm like, I don't know. 2024. No, wait, 2023. And they're like, how do you not know the year of your car? I'm like, I don't know anything about my car.
Well, I have a question about your car. I'm wondering if what my car does to me, your car does to you.
Okay.
When you've been driving for your regular commute, does it tell you to take a break?
Yes. But I'm positive that means you're not driving very well. Because it won't. If I'm 1,000% focused, I never get that alert. It's like sometimes when I'm driving back from Vancouver, BC, after a wrestling show, like we'll come back that night. And you get a little you kind of drift a little bit and you're like, oh, and then it'll say, have you considered taking a break? And it has this little coffee symbol that pops up on your car. I'm sure a lot of cars have that, but I don't think that happens unless you're usually for me it's like 3-4 hours into a commute or a drive that I get this. So how bad of a driver are you?
I usually only get it on the way home. I've never gotten it on the way into work. It's always on the way home. Maybe that's why. I was just wondering. I've never had a car that did this that communicated with me like this. So.
Yeah, well, first time it happened, it kind of threw me off, and I felt I felt attacked.
Yeah. Oh no!
That and did you get the hey, use both hands on the steering wheel?
Yep, that one happens every once in a while. 10 and 2, Taryn, keep it at 10 and 2.
That one pisses me off. I'm like, don't tell me how to drive. I've been living long enough. I've been okay,
doing just fine. Well, everyone drive safe out there on your morning commute, and it's time.
Have you ever stopped to get a coffee because they suggested it?
No. Okay. Have you?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I listen to my car.
Oh, my God. It is time to inform the Rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daly Migs Download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMV is brought to you by Palace Lawn. Today it's National Mint Chocolate Day. So I brought in some chocolates for you guys. A bunch of stuff from our house that it's not mint chocolate, it's caramel chocolate.
Oh, well, good.
So you can celebrate that day.
I like that.
Okay.
Mint chocolate, no thank you.
Really? Mm-mm. You don't rock with the peppermint patties?
No. Like, I will eat one, but it's not pleasing to me.
Really?
Yeah. I like just plain chocolate. Or chocolate with peanut butter.
Thin mints?
And it's fine.
Yeah? What about you guys?
Yes, I like it. I'm happy you brought us candy. I'm judging the box you brought it in. Popcorners?
Those are so good. Don't hate.
Those are like little bad. Like, there's also chips in there as well. My wife had like some stuff that's not plant-based.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was just thrown off because I thought those were the Valentines that Tatum gave out or something. Because Lily gave out chips and Doritos and stuff like that.
Oh, quite possibly. These are some of the leftovers. Yeah, I mean, but you guys enjoy them. They're delicious. They look delicious.
Okay.
Today, actually, tomorrow is the day. I am so excited. Never a better time to be an American when it comes to USA versus Canada in hockey. It is going to be the big game in the four nations face-off. If you don't know what's going on, the NHL is taking an all-star break. Instead of doing an all-star game, they did this international tournament with 4 different countries and their NHL players. And it's so much fun to watch because that's the one thing you can always say about hockey players is that they are very proud of where they're from and they're willing to go to battle, even against teammates, whoever it may be. The last time they went head-to-head, 10 million viewers watched this game. It happened on Saturday. And the game had like 3 fights within like the first minute. It was ridiculous. The Kachuk brothers just out there just punching people. So I think this game is going to be bonkers tomorrow. I think it's going to be a must-watch game if you just want to see some high-intensity hockey. Watch, this is a total dud now that we've hyped it up.
USA. USA.
USA. USA.
And I'm proud to be an American.
5 p.m. on ESPN, and it's going to be the 5th time Canada-USA meet up in a best-on-best final.
Let's go.
Let's go, USA.
King County's health department is cracking down on illegal food vendors, and these would be the ones operating without permits that you might see outside of a concert venue.
They're not on the up and up?
You know, it's so funny because I love late-night street meat more than like any other person you've ever met. Like, if I can smell it, I will follow my nose and eat that late-night street meat.
I mean, that random person has like a very messed-up-looking table with like a hot plate on top of it cooking hot dogs that didn't go through the proper channels to be able to do that.
Some of them are wrapped in bacon, Steve. I'll take 2. And you know what? Never have I ever searched for like their permit displayed. I have never cared. But apparently the county really does care.
It is funny. At 3 a.m, all rules out the window. But then during the day, you're like, oh, wow, they got a food rating of good. Why is it just good? I only want to eat at places that are excellent.
Right?
Okay, I guess they got to do what they got to do. But how are the drunk people going to be able to eat at 3 a.m?
Right.
Hey, let's talk about the Mariners. They're back at it. They're in Arizona for spring training. Now, for us Mariners fans, it's been a frustrating offseason because really not a lot of changes happen in the offseason. But you know what? Leave it to Julio Rodriguez to make me feel better about it and better about the chances for this team this upcoming season. He was talking to Chris Egan from King 5 Sports, and he gave us a little optimism about the fact that they didn't make a lot of changes during the offseason.
I mean, it was huge for them to do that, to have pretty much the same group that we had last year. And, there's definitely a lot of friendships that we have built up as a group. And I think that's something really important. I think we have a really talented group. Maybe a lot of people don't want to see it like that, but that's kind of their opinion. And I don't really care about that. And I just think that this group has what it takes. And I feel like, that's the only way that we're going to get through.
There you go.
This is our year.
This is now our year. Julio said so.
You heard it from Julio.
He gets to play with his friends, guys. That's all that matters.
Let's go, Mariners!
Hey, as far as weather, it's going to be rainy today with a high of 50 degrees. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
A woman is suing a fertility clinic because they screwed up hugely. It is definitely going to be the most insane story that you hear today, and you're going to hear from this woman at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell right, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. ExpressPros.com.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
There's a woman from Georgia named Christina, and she is suing Coastal Fertility Specialists because of this awful mix-up that happened during her IVF treatment. She ended up giving birth to another couple's child.
I mean, I know Georgia's known, Savannah, Georgia is known for the Savannah bananas. I feel like this is the most banana story that you'll hear today.
Quite bananas indeed. Here is the news story.
A Savannah woman is suing the fertility clinic she used to conceive, accusing that facility of implanting the wrong embryo.
So the mix-up led to a shocking discovery for everyone as soon as the baby was born. And here's why. The lawsuit filed in Georgia State Court claims that 38-year-old Christina Murray unknowingly and unwillingly carried the child through pregnancy who was not biologically related to her. The lawsuit says that Murray selected a white sperm donor, but when she gave birth, the baby delivered was black.
Could you imagine?
No.
Right, because you won't know that until the baby comes out.
For sure.
Wow.
Big shock.
Murray then had to give custody of the baby to his biological parents 5 months later, adding to her trauma.
I'll never be the same woman. I will never fully heal or completely move on. And part of me will always long for my son and wonder what kind of person he's becoming.
Well, Murray is now
I don't even know how you even recover from something like that. That is just so insane to carry a child for that long. You create that bond. I don't know what that's like, but I'm married to someone who does.
Sure.
You do.
Oh, yeah.
And Sarah's hoping to.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, 5 months later, because you probably still, even though you're like, oh, well, this was a mix up, but, we were going through a sperm donor, so we'll make the best of this.
Oh, and they said when she was sued by the family, and that the legal team that she had said, "There's no way you're going to win this lawsuit. So give the baby to these people." Yeah.
I mean, the dumb side of my brain is like, well, how about all four of them raise the child together? It could be an incredible reality show.
And she apparently has not seen or heard from the family and the baby since then. Crazy.
Well, Murray is now suing Coastal Fertility Specialists. In a statement, the clinic says, in part, it deeply regrets the distress caused by an unprecedented error.
They're going to have to pay.
They're definitely going to have to pay.
I mean, I feel for also the husband, because I watched the interview that the lady did, and she's not happy, and I don't blame her. And then the husband's just staring straight out to the screen, just I don't know how I'm, because that's. Obviously care about her, but you got to think about him as well. That's his life as well. This is just, how do they recover from something like this?
Well, and I know that you have been through IVF, Steve, and
yes.
This was apparently she got pregnant with this embryo on the second attempt. So they'd already been through one failed attempt, and then this happened. You guys had a couple.
We did 2 attempts, both failed.
Oh.
We did many IUIs. They all failed. We are the stereotypical, just when you stop trying and all of a sudden you have a kid. Whenever people would say that, you wanted to smack them in the face. Because you're just thanks, that's great, tens of thousands of dollars. Thanks for the words of encouragement, which was 1,000% true in our case. But it was, it's an emotional roller coaster as it is. And then when you finally have a success, then you're just on the high of highs.
Oh, yeah.
And then to have this happen months and months later, I couldn't wrap my head around that. And I think about when we went there, I'd have to go to what they call the collection room, which is a very strange name for it, but I understand it's very accurate. But then you do your thing and you put it in a brown paper bag, like a lunch bag, and you hand it back to the woman. It's always a woman. It's never a dude, of course. And you're just here you go. And you got to hope, what was that voice? Here you go. This is me. This is all of me. Oh, I got too far now, all of a sudden. But you hand it over. And they do double, triple, quadruple check. You have to have the sticker bracelet. Then they have a sticker on the the thing, and they have a sticker on the bag, and it's just like they're trying to make it foolproof. But that's the part when I heard that one part of the news piece where the clinic said. So,
in a statement, the clinic says, in part, it deeply regrets the distress caused by an unprecedented error.
That's not true. There's been a lot of these errors that have happened over the years. Absolutely. I mean, I looked online, and it's just like story after story after story, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting to kind of put our Rockaholics to the test and see if they can determine which ones actually happened and which ones didn't.
Ooh, a game.
Yeah.
Well, our phone number is 206-803-ROCK. Call in now if you went through the IVF process, if you can relate to this story in any way, shape, or form. Steve, I know you obviously have shared your story, and when you did, so many Rockaholics reached out to you. So
that was the part that I never realized, because you do it and you go through this and you kind of feel like you're alone. Because I mean, there's a giant clinic here in Seattle, so clearly I'm not in the one in Tacoma. We're clearly not the only couple going through this. But when you're doing it, you do feel like the only couple going through it. And one of the things that helped me was seeing other people share their stories. And then when I shared mine, hearing from Rockaholics that are going through this, it kind of helped them get through it, because it's a tough process.
For sure. So if you went through the IVF process, give us a call now, 206-803-ROCK. Steve is going to put us to the test. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Lincoln Park.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
Just moments ago, we were talking about a woman who is suing a fertility clinic after a mix-up that occurred during her IVF treatment, which led to her giving birth to another couple's child. So the clinic said that this situation was unprecedented, but apparently, Steve Migs, you looked at the details and this was a lie.
It's been precedented. Over the years, so many crazy stories about mess-ups when it comes to the world of IVF and going through the donor process.
So we have Rob from Seattle on the phone. Rob has been through IVF. Rob, it sounds like you have a beautiful daughter.
Yep. Oh, I do. And also one thing for you.
My man, honking that horn. Both here and in the bedroom.
You know, baby, you know. Yeah, we did that. We were married for about a year and a half, and we wanted to have a child. We tried for about 8 months, and tried religiously, and nothing happened. And my wife was kind of getting upset, so I'm like, well, I brought up the, in vitro, and she wasn't too keen on it, so we went and met with, the clinic, met with the doctor, and he explained everything, what goes on, and pretty much just laid it out, which put her at a lot of ease. So we decided to give it a try, and less than a month later, she found out she was pregnant, and we ended up with a very beautiful baby daughter that without that, I wouldn't have in my life right now.
That's incredible.
Congratulations, Rob.
Were you nervous about having more than one? Because you hear those stories about twins. I was. When we went through it, I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for twins.
Yeah, because he did say, depending, it could supercharge it. I'm thinking, great, my luck, we're going to shoot for one, and she's going to have triplets or quadruplets.
Right.
The thing is triplets and twins did run in her side of the family.
Oh, so you dodged the bullet.
Oh, boy, did we ever dodge a bullet big time. I'm like, when she told me that, I said, you sure it's just one, right? There's not one hiding behind the other one or behind that one? Nope, there's only one. I'm like, woo! All right, we're good.
All right, Rob, we're going to put you to the test just to prove that it is not unprecedented, these moments, that these screw-ups have happened over the years in the past. So I like to call this game, is it IVF? Or am I IVFing with you? All right. So this first story happened in California back in 2019. You have to let me know if you think it actually happened. A couple in Los Angeles underwent IVF and then later gave birth to a baby that looked nothing like them. DNA tests revealed that the clinic had implanted another couple's embryo by mistake. The crazier part about this, that couple had already given birth to a child from the same mix-up, so both families ended up swapping babies after a huge legal battle. Do you think that happened?
I would say that probably did happen, because it wouldn't surprise me if it didn't.
Well, you know what? You're absolutely right. It did happen. How crazy is that story?
Wow.
All right, how about this one? A white couple. They were shocked when their baby was born with, significantly darker skin. A DNA test confirmed that the father wasn't biologically related to the child, and it turned out that the fertility clinic had mistakenly used stuff from another donor. Do you think that happened?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Back in 1992, that did happen in New York City. All right, let's go with another one. Are you ready?
You had one job.
This one.
How can you mix it up? You got one damn job to do. Come on.
It was the early 90s. They probably didn't do as good of a job as they do nowadays.
No, you're probably right, brother.
All right, let's head to the 70s when this one happened. Dr. Donald Klein, an Indiana fertility doctor, secretly used his own stuff instead of using the intended donors for years. Decades later, thanks to some home DNA tests, over 90 of his biological children were discovered. This deception inspired the Netflix documentary, Our Father. Do you think that actually happened?
Yeah, it is exactly 100% true, because yes, it did.
It did happen. And now I need to watch that documentary.
Is he paying child support now? What's the deal?
Dude, there's so many different stories. The one that blew my mind, this one actually true, happened in 2019 in China. A couple gave birth to twins, and then the DNA test revealed that one of the babies was done through IVF, but the other was from another father. This is a rare phenomenon called, and I'm going to probably butcher this, heteropaternal superfecundation.
Nailed it.
Totally nailed it. This happens when women
you crushed it.
Yeah. The woman releases 2 eggs and had intercourse with 2 different men in a short window of time. And that actually did happen back in 2019.
Well, Rob, thank you for playing along with us this morning.
Hey, there's always guys, and just one more for the road, because I know Steve loves to be horny.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't even need pills for that one.
You have no idea, Rob.
I'm lovingly looking at Danny right now.
Rockaholics, how would you like a shot at playing the game Beat Migs? Our friend Steve here has a record of 46 wins, 24 losses, and 12 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daly Migs Show.
Wow.
What's up?
I just bought and financed a car through Carvana in minutes.
You? The person who agonized 4 weeks over whether to paint your walls eggshell or off-white bought and financed a car in minutes?
They made it easy. Transparent terms, customizable down and monthly. Didn't even have to do any paperwork.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, have you checked out that spreadsheet I sent you for our dinner options?
Finance your car with Carvana and experience total control. Financing subject to credit approval.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
So I actually tried Gemini a couple days ago, the Gemini Live where you can talk to it, and it is really crazy to have a full-on conversation with this thing. I was just messing around, so I asked it to give me ideas for hosting during the holidays. And when it starts giving you results, you can just stop it and say, okay, but what about something low-key for a smaller group? And then it adjusts to that, and you can just keep going until you get an idea you want. I think that's what I would use it for the most, brainstorming stuff. It's so good if you don't know where to start or if you hit a wall, you just go to Gemini. It helps you get the ball rolling. But obviously you can use it for all kinds of stuff. If you want to learn something new, you can have it give you advice, ask it to explain Bitcoin in simple terms, or you can have it quiz you on microbiology. I mean, imagine being a student and you've got this personal tutor on hand. It's hard to explain. You really just have to play around with it, see how it listens to you, responds, adapts to your style of conversation. Just try it out. It's free.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Andy from Olympia is. Andy, are you there?
I am.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Andy has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's go.
What shape is a yield sign in the U.S.?
Triangle.
Correct. F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote the famous 20s novel, The Great What?
Pass.
What candy is small rounds of mint inside a semi-sweet chocolate coating?
Pass.
In the duo Simon and Garfunkel, what is the real first name of Garfunkel?
Joe, I don't know.
No. Pass.
Pass.
What is the only state that borders Maine?
New York?
No.
Delaware?
No.
New Hampshire?
Correct. Let Them Eat Cake is a famous misquote attributed to who?
What, say that again?
Let Them Eat Cake is a famous misquote attributed to who?
I don't know. Pass.
What color is Nintendo character Birdo?
Pink?
Yes. Blood and Valencia are both types of what fruit?
Apple?
No.
Grape?
No.
Cherry?
No. What was Miley Cyrus's alter ego on the Disney Channel?
Hannah Montana.
Yes.
Strong
Andy,
finish.
I'm so glad you got that one. With that, you get 4 correct.
Oh, that's not that good.
You know, but you got the important question right.
And it could have been worse.
It could have been worse. Could have been better. I always like to say I think it's going to be close, but I don't think it's going to be close this time.
Really?
I don't. Steve, are you ready?
Ah, yes.
What shape is a yield sign in the U.S.?
Yellow.
No.
Oh, a triangle.
There we go. F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote the famous 20s novel, The Great What?
It's not even yellow, I don't think, too.
It's not.
The Great Outdoors?
No.
The Great Yellow Triangle?
No.
The Great Gatsby?
Yes. What candy is small rounds of mint inside a semi-sweet chocolate coating?
Junior Mints.
You know it.
Do they even make senior mints?
No.
They should.
In the duo Simon and Garfunkel, what is the real first name of Garfunkel?
Oh, that would be Danny Garfunkel.
Yeah. No.
Art?
Yes. What is the only state that borders Maine?
New Hampshire.
Wow, correct.
Oh.
Let Them Eat Cake is a famous misquote attributed to who?
Is that Marie Antoinette?
Yes. What color is Nintendo character Birdo?
Blue.
No.
Yellow.
No.
Orange.
No. Blood and Valencia are both types of what fruit?
Grapes.
No. What?
Blood. Apples.
No.
Turnips.
No. What was Miley Cyrus's alter ego on the Disney Channel?
Hannah Montana.
Yeah, of course you know that one too. And with that, you got 7 correct, which is a win, 7-4. Sorry, Andy.
That guy.
All right.
Okay.
No idea what he just said.
I think he said boo that guy.
Oh.
Boo this man.
Yeah, I didn't really think it was going to be close. I was impressed you didn't know, but then eventually got The Great Gatsby.
Man, that took a second to kind of register in my brain.
20s novel, yeah. I feel like that's the only one, really.
Never read it.
Me either. Let's see here. What color is Nintendo character Birdo? Andy got correct. It is pink.
I was going to guess pink just to be an idiot.
You should. I love Birdo. He's one of my favorites.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, Google him. He looks like she would have a good time.
Is it short for Alberto?
Oh, I have no idea. And then one you both didn't get. Blood and Valencia are both types of what fruit?
Oranges.
Oh, yeah, blood orange.
The funny thing is you said orange for the question before it, and I was like, oh, he'll get that. And then you did get it.
Yeah, you both said apples and grapes. I was like, wow.
Did we really?
Yes. Grapes? No. But
I was thinking like blood wine. I don't know why. And then how do you make wine with grapes?
That's where your mind goes.
It did.
It's confusing.
Welcome to my world
But
every day.
You still won, so congrats.
We have a new feature on the Odyssey app where you can leave us a voice message. And we have been getting messages on there, Steve Migs. Some have very interesting voice messages.
Oh, absolutely. Some involve hairy bosses and others involve kids in restaurants.
So what do we have to do? We have to slide into our VMs after Audio Slave.
The Daily Migs Show.
It's a brand new feature on the Odyssey app that allows you to leave us a voice message. And we have already been collecting great messages on there, Steve. Some have proven to be rather interesting.
Yes.
And it's very easy to leave a voice message. Just keep it under a minute.
That's all you got to do. You just go to our Odyssey app, and it's very simple. So we have a few. Are you ready for the first message that we got on our Odyssey app?
I'm super excited.
My boss apparently believes that he was the love child of an orangutan and Burt Reynolds from Playgirl in the 70s.
Sounds like an awesome boss, first of all.
Wow.
Where are we going with this?
I don't know.
He has never seen any kind of male grooming device. He's got nose hairs that are sticking out so long. He's got things hanging on him. He has food from lunch that catch onto his nose hairs are so long. His ears look like a freaking woolly mammoth. It's disgusting. It's one of those things where you go, how do you not see this? Like, I want to tell you that you have this, but like, it's so obvious.
I mean, that's a tough one for me because I do love a hairy man, but I think
that hairy.
But we have to have some limits.
Okay, yeah. Let's go through the body and let's determine what you think is good and bad. Obviously, hair on the head is fine. We see Brad; he's got long, beautiful hair. Hair on the face with the beard, that's totally cool as well. What about hairy eyebrows?
I mean, I trim Brad's eyebrows. I groom him a little bit.
Dude, I have one buddy. And I don't know if he's doing it to mess with us, but he almost styles his eyebrows because they're so bushy, and he kind of makes him look like he looks like a character out of like an evil cartoon villain in like some kind of cartoon superhero show.
Do you know what I call them on Brad when they do get out of control like that? I call them his moth antennas. I'm like, dude, you gotta come in here. I gotta take care of the moth antennas.
I'll run like the hair clippers on like the one attachment. Just go over the eyebrows at least, every couple months.
For sure.
Because otherwise,
you just gotta clean it up.
Are your eyebrows not that hairy?
This is what you get, babe. What you get?
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, George, if he doesn't do anything, he'll get a unibrow. And I'm like, no. Mm-mm, that is not the vibe.
Do you groom him or do you make him self-groom?
I make him groom himself.
Really?
Yes, and he has this one mole on his neck that gets
the hair.
hairs.
What is it about moles that grow hairs?
It's awful.
I hate it so much. Literally, before we go out, really, if we're doing anything, I'm like, you better shave that mole.
Oh, no.
For real.
For real,
Sarah.
Have you plucked it?
I mean, sometimes when I'm with him, I will pick at it. And now one.
You know what plucking leads to? I'm kidding.
Does it? Now one of the hairs is gray. So it used to be all like brown hair, and now one of them is gray. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, because you're stressing that mole out. It's growing gray hair now. That poor mole's just trying to grow hair on its own time. What about out of the ears?
I mean, I'll clean up Brad's ears for him too. I'm helpful.
So he wouldn't do any of this?
No.
What about nose?
His nose doesn't get too out of control, but I have clipped or plucked a couple nose hairs out of there before. It'll make him tear up and cry. It hurts.
Back hair.
Brad does not have a very hairy back.
Okay.
But he does have one mole that I sometimes have to help him with.
Where is it?
On his back.
Oh.
Just one mole that sometimes gets a couple hairs. Get them out of there.
That's the one thing I'll ask my wife to give the assist on. Is just like, hey, can you just grab the trimmers and just kind of go over the back a little bit? I don't have a hairy back. I just have a hairy patch. And it's just like, oh, what are we doing? Like, why was I blessed with this?
Just braid it.
Okay. Yeah.
Start styling it, Steve. People will love it.
I'll ask my wife to do that. I'm sure she would love. She's been working on her braids on Tatum's hair, so I'm sure she could get a nice French braid on my back.
Well, we did get another voice message, but this one is going to require a little bit of assistance from the Rockaholics.
Absolutely.
It involves a listener that wants to ask a coworker on a date. That sounds normal, right?
Yeah, don't do it.
There is a plot twist that none of us have ever experienced, but we are guessing that some of our Rockaholics have. So find out what's going on at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Wow.
What's up?
I just bought and financed a car through Carvana in minutes.
You? The person who agonized 4 weeks over whether to paint your walls eggshell or off-white bought and financed a car in minutes?
They made it easy. Transparent terms, customizable down and monthly. Didn't even have to do any paperwork.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, have you checked out that spreadsheet I sent you for our dinner options?
Finance your car with Carvana and experience total control. Financing subject to credit approval.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Definitely check out the new voice message feature that we have on the Odyssey app. Makes it very easy to leave us a voice message at your leisure. And we got one that honestly none of us have ever been through. So it's important that we check in with the Rockaholics.
I'm pretty sure none of us have ever been through it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Sarah has, but I guess we'll find out.
Okay.
And we have the audio.
Daily Migs Show, I need your feedback. I want to ask this girl out in my office. She was married, but her husband passed like 6 months ago.
This is why this is why we need the help.
Have you dated someone that?
No, I have not experienced this. Dating
Okay.
a coworker, yes. But
Well, yeah, I have too. My first thought was just don't do it.
Don't.
But that's another whole other layer to this.
I want to ask her out, but I wonder how long should I wait? Because I worry if I wait too long, she might start dating someone else. Yeah. But also, if I ask too soon, I might ruin my chances. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think start small.
I don't know. I've seen people on Facebook who have unfortunately lost their significant other, and it seems rather quick that they're. And I'm not here to judge at all because everybody grieves differently, and if that's helping you get your mind off of things or provide something for you that you're kind of maybe dealing with, I don't know what that would be like. And I hope I never have to deal with that where, you have to get back into the dating pool.
And maybe he needs to just, take her to coffee or something like that and just kind of, test the waters a little bit. Not as like a date, as a friend. Start with like building a friendship.
He's worried about Greg in sales swooping in and going out with her before he does, though.
God.
I will say that's like a real big concern because like I've been in a situation before where like I've had a crush on a girl. They didn't lose a significant other though, but like to have a crush on a girl and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, I'm going out on a date with so-and-so. And it's like,
you're like, son of a,
I missed my opportunity.
And do you size yourself up against that guy and be like, oh, I'm way more awesome than that dude?
Of course.
I used to do it all the time when I was like I was single and I had no ability to talk to girls. And I'd see like this girl that I was totally pining for. And then I see like the dude she's with. And like, for all I know, could be the greatest guy in the world. I was like, what the hell, man? Like, how did he pull that off? If he writes a book, I'll read it because I don't know what the hell he did to get this hot of a chick. But,
See, this is why we are not qualified to give any advice on this subject.
I don't know what kind of advice to give somebody when it comes to dealing with dating someone who recently is widowed, or even not maybe recently, even if it's been like 3 or 4 years, like they might not be ready yet to even consider going on a date yet. And then you throw into the mix that you're coworkers too. So if this gets awkward, you're still working with that person.
This is why we need the help of the Rockaholic, Steve. 206-803-ROCK. We only want to hear from people who have been through this or something similar to this, mainly somebody that has lost their partner and had to eventually jump back into the dating world.
Very curious about that.
206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Daily Migs Show.
We received a voice message on our Odyssey app where a guy wants to ask out a recently widowed coworker.
Daily Migs Show, I need your feedback. I want to ask this girl out in my office. She was married, but her husband passed like 6 months ago. I want to ask her out, but I wonder how long should I wait? Because I worry if I wait too long, she might start dating someone else. But also, if I ask too soon, I might ruin my chances. What do you guys think?
We think we don't have good advice in this situation, so we must talk to the Rockaholics.
Yeah, we think we're clueless.
We are. So 206-803-ROCK is the number to call, and we have a couple folks that would like to weigh in on this. Josh from Stanwood, you are married to a widow. Tell us about your situation.
Yeah, thanks very much, and I love the new format. Thanks for the change up.
All right on, man. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, no, I love the new show. It's awesome. But my wife and I, we met later in life. She's a widow. I was a long time married. She's been widowed about 10 years. We've been together almost 7 years and married for about a year and a half.
So did you know her back when she was in a relationship prior to her husband passing?
No, not at all. We had eHarmony works for me. That's what worked for us. That's been awesome.
And how soon into it did she say, "Hey, just so you know, this is what is going on in my life"? Because I mean, that's a whole different situation than someone who's in a relationship and they decided that they just want to go their separate ways. Like there's still that love. There's not like there was not like a intended separation between her and her husband.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's a tough deal. It's very different. It took her, and it's where I would tell the voicemail guy, man, just move on, dude. That's too soon. It took my wife at least 3 years to even start thinking about dating again, because of exactly what you said, Steve. I mean, it's totally unexpected, shocking, deeply emotional, and it takes a while to get over that and to be ready to actually enter into a real relationship after that. And it's a tough deal. So it really threw her for a loop. But it took a long time to be able to get over it and be able to be accepting of a new relationship.
I got to imagine, though, with all that work that you both had to put into making this work, that it actually would make the relationship stronger. Because, I mean, you're probably communicating and talking about stuff that's way deeper than most people are ever talking about in some of their relationships.
Yeah. Again, great point. That's exactly what worked for us. Is we're older in life. We're both in our late 50s. Kids are grown and gone, and working on the next generation there. We were very, very able to communicate and really connect. And we were partners for several years before we got married. So we had to, figure it out as we went along and be open about everything and, make that effort to over communicate. And, I can't say it worked for everybody, but it's been working out great for us.
Well, right on,
Thank
Josh.
you, Josh.
You rock,
Great
man.
perspective.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
206-803-ROCK. Amanda from Renton, tell us about your father-in-law.
So my father-in-law, my mother-in-law died from skin cancer, and prior to her dying, a family friend used to come up and visit and say that she was coming to visit my mother-in-law, and she probably was, but fast forward a couple months, my mother-in-law died, and within 6 months he was dating her, this family friend, and we have suspicions that they were kind of hooking up before my mother-in-law died. And
that adds a whole other layer of craziness.
Oh, yes. And they did end up eventually getting married probably about 2 years later. But there has been some issues. I mean, they're fine now, but there's been issues in the past where he actually admitted that he might have rushed into it. Because he hadn't dated anybody but my mother-in-law before. Like, that was his high school sweetheart, and he hadn't dated anybody. So not knowing this lady's history, I would definitely, you can ask her out or ask her out for coffee, but keep it casual. She may not want to rush right into a relationship, but, she may want some companionship. Everybody, wants to be friends.
No, that's a good point. And then that conversation comes up, I would imagine if you build a relationship just like someone that you just go grab drinks with or grab coffee with, the conversation would eventually lead to how soon are you feeling like you're ready to jump back into the dating pool again, and then that could be the window. I don't know. I'm terrible at dating and relationships. I'm so glad that I don't have to worry about that right now because I would be awful at this.
Yeah.
Thank you for confirming my suspicions.
You're like, how did all the other members of the family handle it? That's, I guess, something for the person that left the voicemail to consider. It's like there's a lot of other people involved in the
That's true.
In the fold.
Yeah, it was extremely awkward for a very long time, especially for my sisters who, or sisters-in-laws, but I call them my sisters because they are the ones that kind of found out that they were sleeping together before Mom died.
Oh,
no.
So it was... Oh, man, real quick. Did he ever...
never really confronted him with it, but we've never really confronted him with it, but it's kind of like we don't speak about it. It's just, I don't know. A lot of the family members are okay with it now, but it did take a long time for us to kind of just, okay, he's married, he wants companionship, he's happy. The most thing we want is for him to be happy.
Yeah, but there would be that part. I'd be like, I just want to know, though, what was going on before.
Right.
And I'm shocked there's not one family member. There's always that one mouthy family member that's just like, just admit it. Just admit that this happened. You know what I mean? It would be Sarah. Yeah, and if we were a family. And then Danny and I would look at each other and go to the bar. Yeah. Let us know how that all goes, Sarah. We're going to leave for a little
No,
while.
I would have locked the doors. You are all in this with me.
Oh. Yeah.
You could see me go crazy.
A text at 206-803-ROCK. My wife passed away in 2022. I've been on a couple of dates since. I still don't really feel ready for a relationship. And a lot of the texts are people, I've been through it. It's way too early to even try and go out on a date with her.
So good advice. Great topic.
Yeah.
Appreciate the voice message. Rockaholics, how would you like a shot at beating Steve? It would be so helpful if you were tuned into the men's room yesterday afternoon at 5:40 for that cheat sheet where we gave out 3 of the correct answers to the next game. And right now, Steve, he has a record of 47 wins, 24 losses, and 12 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK is our number, and we will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daly Migs Show.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
I recently found out that you can see a personal dietitian covered by insurance. There's this platform called Nourish that will match you with a dietitian based on whatever your concerns are, whether that's weight loss, eating disorders, autoimmune conditions, or something else. They're actually a network with major insurance providers, so most patients pay $0 out of pocket. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know John from Tacoma is. John, are you there?
That I am.
John, were you listening to the men's room around 5:40 yesterday to hear the cheat sheet?
I was.
Oh, come on.
That's what I like to hear.
Do we not have integrity?
Nope. All right, Steve, get out of here.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, John has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
What are the first 3 numbers in pi?
314.
Correct. Who is your mom's brother to you?
Uncle.
Yes. What comedian stars in the newly released Netflix film Kinda Pregnant?
Amy Schumer.
Yes. Which animal is the mascot for the Gryffindor house in the Harry Potter books?
Lion.
Yes. What is the name of the green Teletubby?
Pass.
What salad typically includes romaine, croutons, parmesan, and dressing?
Caesar.
Correct. Bon Scott passed away on this day in 1980. So how many years ago did he die?
45.
Correct.
Years ago.
The flag of Brazil is yellow, blue, white, and what other color?
Yellow? Oh, no, you said yellow, didn't you?
I did.
Okay. Yellow, blue, white, and green.
Correct. What letter is between the G and the J on a standard keyboard?
Pass.
An espresso martini is typically garnished with how many coffee beans?
2, 3, 4.
3, yes. What is the name of the green Teletubby?
Pinky.
No. John, you got 8 correct, though.
That's right.
Okay, I feel
Not
good
bad,
about
I'll
it.
take it.
Yes.
I'll take it.
You only missed one of the cheat sheet questions, but still.
I think Steve's going to take
I
it
didn't
too.
hear. I forgot what one of them was. I knew what the other 2 were, but there was one that I forgot.
That's fair. That's fair. 2 out of 3. Still pretty good. Steve, you should feel a little pressure.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Are you ready? Yes! What are the first 3 numbers in pi?
314.
Correct. Who is your mom's brother to you?
Well, who's your mom's brother to you? Uncle?
Yes. What comedian stars in the newly released Netflix film Kinda Pregnant?
Is it Amy Schumer?
It is. Which animal is the mascot for the Gryffindor house in the Harry Potter books?
I don't know. A golden doodle.
No.
A dragon?
No.
A lion?
Yes. What is the name of the green Teletubby?
Dipsy.
How do you know that? Yes. What salad typically includes romaine, crouton, parmesan, and dressing?
Caesar.
Correct. Bon Scott passed away on this day in 1980. So how many years ago did he die?
I don't want to say it because it's going to make us all feel old. That was 45 years ago.
It was indeed. The flag of Brazil is yellow, blue, white, and what other color?
Yellow, blue, white, and green.
Correct. What letter is between the G and the J on a standard keyboard?
K?
No.
L?
No.
I?
No.
H. It's definitely H.
But it's way too late, and you just cheated.
Okay.
But you got 8 correct, which is a tie. 8 to 8.
Dang.
Better than a loss, John.
If only he'd remembered that Teletubby on the cheat sheet.
If only. And somehow you knew it. You
Gotta
knew
put
all
some
the cheat
respect
sheet.
on Dipsy's name.
Do we?
Yeah, it was a dumb conversation when it was back in the stoner days, and I picked Dipsy as my favorite because it was green.
Oh, so you'll never forget.
Yeah, and I thought that was the funniest name. I'm like, Dipsy. I know. It's like I said, it was a stupid conversation that I had, and it luckily stuck in my brain.
Forever and will forever. You eventually got H is between the G and the J, and then one you didn't get to, an espresso martini is typically garnished with how many coffee beans?
2, 3, 4?
3.
Okay.
You would have won if you got to it, but you didn't, so you tied.
How well do you think you know your fast food burgers? Call in now, 206-803-ROCK. I'm newly acquainted with the Big Mac, so I at least have that going for me.
And now we got to get you into the world of the Whopper.
Yes.
And before I became a plant-based weirdo, I feel like Danny, I feel like you also probably know your burgers pretty well.
Yes.
If you believe you are a fast food connoisseur, give us a call now, 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Van Halen.
The Daily Migs Show.
The website Bro Bible just came up with the top 10 fast food places to get yourself a burger.
Very polarizing. I feel like everyone's got their spot. Like this is my burger joint.
Totally. So instead of us just reading the list and telling you what's on it, we want to play a game called Dirty Burger. How this is going to work is you're going to pick the member of the show that you want to describe that burger in their most seductive voice. And then you have to guess the fast food spot. So let's meet our listeners who are playing the game this morning.
I feel like Danny and I are not getting picked. If we are, I don't know why.
Oh, I hope somebody picks both of you. Joseph from Bellevue, we're going to start with you. And we want to know, what is your favorite fast food burger?
That would be the Dave's Single from Wendy's.
All right.
Good call.
That is a good call. And who do you want to read the dirty burger description for you?
Too bad I can't get the producer to do it. Let's go with, gotta go with Taryn.
Oh, okay. All right, Joseph. Here we go.
Who is the producer?
I don't know, but it'd be fun to get them to do it.
Okay, well, you can pick any four of us. There's four of us on the show, so whoever you want.
All right.
Gotta be Taryn.
Here we go, Joseph.
Back to Taryn. Let's hear it. Get sexy, Taryn.
Close your eyes and imagine sinking your teeth into something that's not just a burger, but a steak in disguise. A juicy, melt-in-your-mouth sirloin patty grilled to perfection with a crispy exterior. This is the kind of burger that makes you feel like you're at a 5-star steakhouse. But oh no, it's still got that fast food charm.
All right. Now we'll give you a couple of options. Do you think it's Whataburger or Steak and Shake?
That's a tough one. I'm going to go with, because they described it as steak, I would go with Whataburger.
No, you should have went with the obvious. It's Steak and Shake.
Thank you for playing, Joseph.
Voted number 1.
Voted number 1.
Has anyone been to Steak? I've been to Shake Shack. I always get Shake Shack and Steak and Shake confused. I've never had a Steak and Shake.
I've had Steak and Shake when I go back to Missouri and visit my family. Got to go to Steak and Shake.
All right.
All right, playing the game next is Adam from Shelton. Adam, what is your favorite burger?
My favorite burger is the double animals from In-N-Out.
Solid choice.
Solid pick.
And Adam, who would you like to read your dirty burger description this morning?
Oh, I think we're going to go with Danny.
Yes, sexy Danny.
All right, let's hear it.
Hey, girl, picture this. A fresh, never frozen patty dripping with flavor, topped with a sauce that's smooth, creamy, and just a little bit tangy, wrapping it all up in a soft, fluffy bun. It's simple, but oh so satisfying. One bite, and it's clear. This burger is made to make you crave more. What burger is seducing your taste buds?
All right, do you think it's Sonic or In-N-Out Burger, your favorite place?
I'm thinking In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah! You're correct.
Nailed it.
And Adam, how about this? In-N-Out voted number 2.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
They didn't think about dicks, of course.
Next on the list is Ray, who's on I-5 right now. Ray, what is your favorite fast food burger?
Oh, let's see. I think I'm going to pick the ultimate from Jack in the Box.
All right.
With all white cheese.
Okay.
Jack in the Box makes me want to eat meat again. The sourdough Jack, the breakfast Jack, everything about it. Oh,
Ray,
man.
who would you like to read your dirty burger description?
I would like you to.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nobody wants us, Sarah. That's right. We'll just read them to each other for fun.
Here we go, Ray. Take a bite, and you're instantly taken to a place where the beef is as fresh as a morning breeze, and the bun is just big enough to hold it all together, soft but sturdy. You'll find yourself lost in the flavor, and when you're done, you'll know it's more than just a burger. It's an unforgettable journey.
All right, do you think that's Whataburger or Jack in the Box?
I'm going to have to go with the Whataburger.
You are correct. Voted the number 4 burger.
Nice work, Ray. Do we have time for one more, Steve?
Well, his name is Pork. Of course we have to.
Pork, what's your favorite fast food burger?
I got to go with the Arby's beefy cheddar.
Oh, Arby's on the board. Okay. And who would you like to read your dirty burger description this morning?
Oh, I got to hear Migs.
Oh, my man. All right, I got one for you. Let's see, which one should we do? All right, I'll do this one. Close your eyes and feel the texture of a perfectly square patty, never frozen, with the freshest, most flavorful meat you've ever tasted. Topped with crispy bacon, a little crunch of onion, just the way you like it. It's bold, it's fresh, and it's got a certain charm that keeps you coming back.
Pork, do you think that is Wendy's or Habit Burger?
Oh, that was easy. Square patty Wendy's.
I thought so too. Number 7 on the list.
Nice. I honestly, I don't think I've had a burger from Wendy's, Steve. I got to get on my fast food burger game.
And I have the weirdest stiffy right now. Me too.
The mayor mayor of Seattle tried to crack a joke, and let's just say it backfired big time to the point where every sports fan in Seattle is pissed at him. So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Wow. What's up? I just bought and financed a car through Carvana in minutes.
You? The person who agonized 4 weeks over whether to paint your walls eggshell or off-white bought and financed a car in minutes?
They made it easy. Transparent terms, customizable down and monthly. Didn't even have to do any paperwork.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, have you checked out that spreadsheet I sent you for our dinner options?
Finance your car with Carvana and experience total control. Financing subject to credit approval.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell decided to go off script during the State of the City address. And he got Sonics fans' hopes up in the worst possible way.
Dude, I watched this and I was like, what are you doing? Here's the audio of him just cracking a joke that made Sonics fans very unhappy.
Right now, at this moment, I have an announcement to make.
And at this moment, he reaches down into the podium and pulls out a basketball. And and then you'll hear the reaction of the crowd right now.
I'm just kidding. I got Okay. It's a long speech. I had to break it up a little bit here.
Did you?
Boo this man.
And the laugh. That is the epitome of a D-bag laugh right there.
I mean, that cuts deep.
And you hear the crowd. The crowd's like, they got us so excited. And he took the basketball out and looked so proud. He's like spinning it around like, hey, check it out. I got a basketball, guys. You know what that means.
This is like how to start a riot 101.
Like, do you not know what happened here in Seattle?
Oh, God.
I love it. I think it's hilarious.
Sarah loves a troll.
I do. And the evil laugh, it's so perfect.
Oh, gotcha. So many people were pissed. And of course, they had to flock to the interwebs to share their thoughts online. So let's go straight to the comments.
We found a few of these comments and we decided who better to read these comments than one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and that would be LeBron James.
Okay.
So, yeah, we got LeBron James, a robot version, and the jury's still out on whether or not it actually sounds like LeBron James, but that's what this program says it does. So we sent these comments to Robot LeBron, and he read them for us. Are you ready for the first comment about our mayor cracking jokes at the Sonics fans' expense?
Yes.
All right.
Hey, man, what in the actual were you thinking?
That is very robot.
That was the thought I had too. I'm like, what's going on in your brain that you thought this was a good idea? Unless you have like insider information and the big payoff is like next week. You're like, remember when I joked about the Sonics? It's true. They're coming back.
I mean, it's just too soon.
And I feel like it's going to happen.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And I think it's going to be pretty soon. But it still hasn't been announced yet.
We cannot toy with people's emotions, Mayor.
All right, this one, a little unhinged.
Oh, eat shit, you fucking asshole. liquor. I voted for you, and I wish I could take my vote back. I hope every time he walks, it feels like he's stepping on a Lego.
Well, that I agree with, that part, yeah.
That is hateful.
Man, time to quit politics and get into comedy, said no one ever.
I mean, if you're not a Sonics fan, you probably thought it was pretty fun. No?
Burn.
Hey, remember when a coffee guy, an Okie, and an NBA commissioner conspired to take our team? Good times.
Yeah, Pepford Farm remembers. I'll never forget, like, you weren't around, and Sarah, you were super young. Do you remember, like, the big rally outside the courthouse?
Oh, yeah.
We went to that wearing Sonics jerseys, trying to, like, that was such a dagger. That was such a tough time.
Our poor city.
That was hilarious. People need to lighten up. Signed, Trailblazers fan.
And Sarah.
I agree.
Is it weird that I'm upset by this?
Yes, but also I understand.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not mad where I'm getting on social media to curse him out or anything, wishing he'd step on Legos, although that would be pretty funny. Mm-hmm. But it was still like, oh, man, I don't need to hear that.
Rude.
Local politics never fails to deliver. This is straight out of a Parks and Rec sketch.
Pretty much.
From my time of watching Parks and Rec, I could totally see an episode where, like, somebody does something as dumb as that, and then they react by doing this.
Yeah.
A popular
Go Sonics.
Yes, go Sonics forever. A popular country music group were a bit shocked when their fans started chanting back at them to, quote, eat ass. We're going to tell you what's trending. We're going to tell you what's trending after Scorpions.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that many of you are just waking up, starting your day, sipping on coffee, and trying to doom scroll through social media. Pop culture has a lot going on right now, Steve Migs. So we're here to help out by telling you what's trending.
What's trending on the Daily Migs Show? What's trending? Let's go. Let's go.
Rascal Flatts was performing recently at a show in West Virginia when the crowd started doing this unexpected chant while they were playing Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline. Fans were yelling, "Eat S Pit."
Wait, so Rascal Flatts is not the name of a guy?
It's two guys.
But then it's not like, I thought like that was the name of the artist. I didn't realize they were a band.
Like one of them is Rascal and one of them is Flatts?
No, I thought it was just Rascal, first name, last name Flatts.
Oh.
I don't know any Rascal Flatts songs.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Life is a highway.
That's not
But it's not
Rascal
even their
Flatts. That's
song.
Tom Cochran.
What?
It's a cover.
It's a cover, man.
Oh, Danny.
The original's way cooler.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the chant is something that they've been doing for a long time in West Virginia as Mountaineers fans, and it's toward the Pittsburgh Panthers fans. Rascal Flatts didn't know this information, but here's the audio.
So why are they even covering this song?
I hate it so much. I hate it so much, Steve.
Oh, so they're going eat blank, eat blank, eat blank, even in that part. Well, this is making the song a lot cooler, if you ask me.
I mean, it's...
Well, clearly they do.
Do we ever?
That's not very Christian.
Do you think they knew, and that's why they covered the song? Or are they covering that? I don't keep. Sorry, my bad. But I don't keep tabs on like the set list of Rascal Flatts throughout the entire tour. I should.
I do not know either if that's like a regular song they cover.
Is Rascal Flatts like Pearl Jam? Do they change up their set from time to time? I have no idea. That's funny though. Anytime I hear that song, I'm now going to think of that part. That's pretty freaking great. So Coca-Cola is now entering. I don't even know what this is. But I kind of do. It's about gut health. So it's the prebiotic soda market, and they have a new soda called Simply Pop. And it's going to be a fruit-forward soda designed to support gut health. And so, Sarah, you were mentioning that you've heard of these brands like Poppy and Olipop?
Yes. Killed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I heard they're like soda alternatives to kind of help your digestive.
So I know I'm in the room with doctors, so I could ask this question.
Yes.
So what's better? Is it because I fart a lot, and I've been trying my best not to, right? So I've been taking like probiotics, and they worked like a charm at first, but I think now my gut has just been like, oh, I'm on to you, buddy. And now it's just kind of powering right through those things, right?
Oh, really?
Although I made the mistake, and I thought I bought probiotics recently, and I actually bought like gummies that are going to help you go to the bathroom more.
Oh, wow.
Steve.
Yeah, I didn't.
Why don't you try some of this soda, Steve? Let's just keep throwing things at you.
What's better, a prebiotic or a probiotic?
I don't know the difference.
Why don't you?
Because I am not a doctor, Steve.
And I don't think drinking soda, period, is going to help. No. I don't think carbonation is going to help your issue.
Well, I know carbonation will make me belch, but does it also make you...
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's been my problem all these years.
I think so.
I went to the doctor and even asked him. That was very awkward. And be like, hey, I farted a lot. And the lady's like, it's not that big of a deal as long as you like don't have any stomach pains. I'm like, it's not a big deal to me, but it's a big deal to my wife. And she's like, oh, well, you should try these things.
Well, Steve, just so you know, prebiotics are non-digestible food ingredients that selectively promote growth and or activity of beneficial microorganisms in the gut, whereas a probiotic is a live microorganism that, when consumed in adequate amounts, provide health benefits to the host.
Oh, well, thank you for explaining that in a simple way for me. Now I totally understand what you're talking about.
Me too. Not. Instagram is testing a private dislike button for comments. So this will allow users to downvote negative or unhelpful replies. I see this going very well.
I'm going to dislike everything that Sarah posts just to troll you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So unlike YouTube, Steve, these dislikes will not be publicly visible, but downvoted comments may be pushed to the bottom or hidden altogether.
Didn't Facebook try this and it didn't last?
Well, I think what they're actually trying to do here is promote friendlier discussions rather than like shaming people's, posts.
But see, you can hope that that's how it's going to work, but you have no control how people are going to be. I give you an example. So Apple Maps. I don't know if you use Apple. You're an Android person. Let me talk to the other two cool people in the room. So Apple Maps, you can report, I guess, if there's like an accident while you're driving. Oh, yeah. You could also report if there's a speed check happening.
Yeah.
A police, I'm sure on whatever.
Do this on my phone too, Steve.
More often than not, I'm driving and it keeps saying, speed check ahead, and I never see a cop. And then it dawned on me, there's probably some knucklehead like me that is just reporting cops ahead just to kind of mess with people.
And you know what? It would be an iPhone user that would do that, Steve.
Yeah.
Android people would never do something like that to each other.
I have been guilty of doing that sometimes, like late at night when I'm driving. I could tell there's like a lot of like swerving going on the roads. And I'm like, these people need to think that there's cops on the road because they're not driving very safe.
Oh,
whoa.
Yeah.
Like a meter maid.
Okay, Karen. Jeez.
Rockaholics, how would you like a shot at beating Steve? There's one more shot for you to do that today. And Steve's got a record of 47 wins, 24 losses, and 13 ties in 2025. Give us a call now, 206-803-ROCK, and we will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
I recently found out that you can see a personal dietitian covered by insurance. There's this platform called Nourish that will match you with a dietitian based on whatever your concerns are, whether that's weight loss, eating disorders, autoimmune conditions, or something else. They're actually a network with major insurance providers, so most patients pay $0 out of pocket. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're
a loser. Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Red Baron from Des Moines is. Red Baron, are you there?
Yes, I am, Sarah.
I am Sarah, and I am your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Red Baron has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
The cheesy gordita crunch is a menu item from where?
Taco Bell.
Correct. What is the name of Homer's eldest daughter in The Simpsons?
Lisa.
Yes. Wolf and widow are both types of what?
Spiders.
Yes. A word that is pronounced the same as another word but differs in meaning or spelling is called a what?
Synonym?
No.
Anonym?
No.
Pseudonym?
No. What U.S. state is directly above Arizona?
Nevada?
No.
No. Denver? Colorado?
No. What did director David Fincher hide in many scenes in the 90s film Fight Club?
Picture of Rocky Balboa?
No.
I don't know, pass.
What popular puzzle game involves matching colored candies to clear levels?
Oh, Candy Crush.
Correct. How would you write 200 in Roman numerals?
CC.
Yes. Paul McCartney announced he was quitting the Beatles in what early 70s year?
71. 70.
70, yes. Red Baron, you got 6 correct.
All right, let's go.
Started strong and ended strong.
Those are some good questions.
Did you say good?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
thank you. I never get compliments on my questions.
Quizmaster Sarah.
You know what? Texters always like to tell me when I'm wrong or I said something wrong. They never say, I have good questions, but Red Baron just did.
Well, typically, if they're good questions, I assume your husband George wrote them.
Okay, don't call me out like that. It might be true. Steve, are you ready?
I believe I am.
Oh, yeah!
The cheesy gordita crunch is a menu item from where?
Taco Bell.
Heck yeah. What is the name of Homer's eldest daughter in The Simpsons?
Lisa.
Yes. Wolf and widow are both types of what?
Spider.
Correct. A word that is pronounced the same as another word but differs in meaning or spelling is called a what?
What? Homonym.
No.
Cinnamon?
No.
Cinnamon.
No. What U.S. state is directly above Arizona?
Nevada?
No.
I don't know. Montana?
No.
Texas.
You sound so sad. No. What did director David Fincher hide in many scenes in the 90s film Fight Club?
I don't know. Brad Pitt.
No.
Legos.
No.
Marbles.
No. What popular puzzle game involves matching colored candies to clear levels?
Candy Crush.
Yes. How would you write 200 in Roman numerals?
CC.
Yes. Paul McCartney announced he was quitting the Beatles in what early 70s year?
71.
No.
72.
No.
Shoot.
Steve, you got 5 correct, which is a loss. 6-5. Let's go, Red Baron.
Good game. Thank you, Steve.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome that I sucked. Nice job, Red Baron. And I thought those questions were terrible.
You know what? Not my fault you lost, okay? It was almost a tie, but Red Baron did say 1970 at the very last second. You should have said that.
I usually go towards that road. I don't know why I overthought it.
And the 3 you both got incorrect. A word that is pronounced the same as another word but differs in meaning or spelling is called a what? Wow.
I don't know.
Homophone.
Oh, I said homonym. Homophone, that's what I meant.
Yeah, you mixed a lot of them
Yeah.
up. What U.S. state is directly above Arizona?
Oh. Okay, I don't feel as bad.
Nevada.
No, that was,
California.
Oh, man.
Above Arizona, Utah.
Utah. There we go. There we go.
Damn it.
And what did director David Fincher hide in many scenes in the 90s film Fight Club? It's very Seattle-y.
Heroin needles.
Starbucks coffee.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, Danny. Starbucks cups.
Oh.
Wow. Maybe heroin, too. Who knows?
In the 90s.
You know what? Congrats, Steve, on losing. It's about time.
Do you own a cell phone?
No.
Of course you do. So for those who own a cell phone, call now because we have a very simple question to ask you about your cell phone. 206-803-ROCK, and we promise that it is a simple question, but we need for you to call 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Pearl Jam.
The Daily Migs Show.
There is a new report out that says the typical person keeps 1,598 photos on their phone's camera roll.
That's like a month's worth of pictures in my house.
I know. You are the main archivist for your family.
I am, and it's bad.
If you break it down by age, though, they say millennials have the most with just over 2,500.
Jeez.
Photos of family are the most common pictures we keep on our phones, followed by pics from holiday celebrations and cool photo-worthy views.
Yeah.
Like a cool vista, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this leads us to want to ask a simple question. And we're going to start with Patrick in Kent. Our simple question to you, Patrick, how many photos do you have on your phone?
Patrick. Hey, Patrick.
Nope, he's gone.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Patrick.
Really looking forward to talking to Patrick.
How about Bryce in Monroe? Bryce, how many photos do you have on your phone?
I got 6,177.
Okay, follow up. Because for me, it's like I have a ridiculous amount, but a lot of them are because of my daughter. So I have a lot of pictures of my daughter. What constitutes the most amount of photos on your phone?
It's actually a tie. It's between my son, because we're pretty tight.
Nice.
And a lot of small printed stuff, mostly that I can't read with the naked eye, that I have to take a picture of and blow up.
My man, I'm exactly like you. And I even had that magnifying app.
Yes.
Doesn't work the same as taking the picture. The picture's the way to go. My wife will always be like, why do you have random like sides of boxes on your phone? And I'm like, I needed to see how much protein was in that. She's like, I feel so bad for you.
Just get your readers out, Steve.
Yeah.
206-803-ROCK, Big C in Federal Way. How many photos do you have on your phone?
Hello, good morning.
What's up?
I have 2,678, and I am 34 years old in that millennial category.
And what would you say the bulk of your pictures are of?
It's really a toss-up between food, online, and IRL, and my cats.
Aww.
Ever since I've also a lot of my pictures now, because I'm doing like nutrition stuff and working with a guy, like I have to take pictures of what I eat and post them on this app, and I always forget to delete them. So I I have so many pictures of like a banana, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, why don't I just use the same old picture? It's the same meal every morning.
206-803-ROCK, Ryan from Oak Harbor. Our simple question to you: how many photos do you have on your phone?
Good morning. I right now have over 320.
Oh, that's like a month's worth of pictures for me.
And who are those pictures mostly of?
I'm matching with Steve Migs. I'm all my daughter.
So do you then save them somewhere? Like 300 seems like very little. I'm not shaming you. I wish I only had 300, but like, do you put them like into like a Dropbox, or do you keep them somewhere else?
I just save them in the iCloud and then basically take them to Rite Aid and print them out.
Oh, I love that.
I need to do that.
Lori from Port Hadlock, how many pictures do you have on your phone?
5,237. And I had to dump a whole bunch because I didn't have any more room on my phone. So I had to dump them onto my computer.
That's why I buy the one. I'm like, I'll just buy one with bigger storage instead of like taking the time to delete stuff. I'm such a lazy.
I do that too. I mean, I put all my videos into my Dropbox.
Yep.
I go in and try to find the duplicates and try to delete them. I'm always running out of space on my phone.
When we bought new phones, we went to the Verizon store, and then the guy's like, we could transfer it. It'll just take a couple, like, it doesn't take very long. And he looked at my phone, he goes, can you leave this with us for a few hours? And so we went and got like dinner and went shopping and then came back. He's like, okay, I think it's finally done.
How many photos do you have on your phone?
I'd say, it's over. Do I really want to admit this?
Let's see. I have 9,687.
I don't want to admit it. Because I think, honestly, if you took everybody that we just talked to and probably everyone in this room and added it up, I still beat you all.
What do you have?
50,637.
Oh, my gosh. Whoa.
And I'm now at the point where I wanted to start deleting them. It's too overwhelming.
It is.
Because I'm like, I'll just start when like Tatum was born and put them all into a Dropbox month by month. And I started that, like, I'm like 2 years in. She's, of course, not 2 years old anymore. It's insane, dude.
Well, the thing is, you take 300 every day when you get home.
Yes.
So when you do that, it just adds more and more.
There are so many duplicates. It's so stupid. I just need my phone to break and just like start from scratch again.
Oh, gosh.
But then my wife would be mad because she's like, you told me you have all the pictures. And I'm like, I do. They're all on my phone.
Just like to go back to a few years ago before Tatum was with us. And Steve used to make fun of me for only posting pictures of Lily. And look at it now.
I did.
Shoes on the other foot. Is
Yep.
that the thing?
Yeah, I mean, if it isn't, it is now. How many pictures on your phone?
I have 6,169.
Nice.
Okay, we got to know about Sarah.
I thought I was bad, but I'm not nearly as bad as Steve. I have 36,206.
My girl.
But also, I don't have a kid, so maybe I am just as bad.
Yeah, how many of those are pictures of your butt?
Or selfies?
All of them.
All right, now the texts are finally coming. One person says, who are these people? I thought I was normal, but I have 24,537.
What?
This text has 77,584 pictures plus 6,166 videos.
Oh, my gosh.
10,000. I thought you said 104,000. I was like, wow. Still a lot.
Yeah. Rockaholics, we know that you are a massive music fan, but do you think you could name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove it to us, and if you do, we'll hook you up with Buck Cherry tickets. They're going to be at El Corazon on Saturday, April 12th. 206-803-ROCK. We play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yeah?
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient. Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
All morning, we have received texts and calls from you that we haven't had a chance to chat about. But right now, we are checking in with the Rockaholics, brought to you by Albert Lee Appliance. So call up if there's something that you'd like to chime in on from the show this morning, or if you have anything on your mind that you want to discuss with us. 206-803-ROCK.
I love this text. I go into the bathroom, no one's in there. There are 4 urinals, and I choose the one on the far left. One person walks in and chooses the urinal right next to me. Who the F does that?
I mean, I can't speak to this. I've never had to use urinals. Would that drive you crazy too?
Yeah, I think it's weird. Like if there's like a whole row of, I mean, look, I'm not worried like, oh, they're going to meet gays. Maybe they are. But like, it's like there's all this room. You had to pick the one right next to me. Like at least go one, have a
buffer?
Yeah.
Okay, that's urinal etiquette.
It's kind of like when you go to like somewhere and the parking lot's empty and you park and then a car just parks right next to yours, like right up next to you. And you're just like, there are so many other spots available. What? You're probably the person that stands next to someone in a urinal.
We are checking in with the Rockaholics, 206-803-ROCK. And Dan from Ohio, you want to tell us about the Wiener Circle in Chicago?
Excuse me?
Yep, it's a very belligerent fast food place. The drunker you are, the more they swear at you. And they will drop all sorts of fun words at you to get you to order. And even if you're not drunk, they still treat you like an idiot
Dan,
while you walk in there.
Is this the place also, if you ask for a certain type of shake, like one of the employees flashes you and shakes their boobs?
Yeah, that would be it.
I've heard of this place.
That sounds like a proper field trip.
It's funny. I used to be a bread delivery guy for McDonald's back in the day, and I was making a delivery, and there was a movie being made in front of the place. And the directors came up to me and asked me to be quiet. So I was listening, and, man, I heard more creative swearing going on out in front of the place. And they were filming a scene for a movie. I don't know which one it was. Obviously, it was cut out. But, yeah, it was pretty entertaining by far.
Yeah,
well, thanks for the tip, Dan.
Karen, if you go on YouTube, at the Wiener Circle, if you ask for the chocolate shake, something will happen.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know where it is, but it's on YouTube. I've heard of this before where it's like, yeah, if you ask for a certain type of a shake, somebody will flash you and then go, ooh.
Well, that sounds like a place I'd like to visit.
Well, we've been to Chicago before. Dan, did you ever go there? No. The Wiener Circle.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics.
Somebody also texted, hey, guys, I know you talked about Saturday Night Live performances yesterday, but did any of you catch Lady Gaga doing D in the Box? That was my favorite part of the entire special. Oh, that was so freaking great.
Open wide.
Gonna give you something so you know what's on my mind.
What's on my mind? A gift real special. So take off the top.
Take a look inside. It's my in a box.
That's so great.
So we've had urinal etiquette,
yes,
the Wiener Circle, and that.
You know what? We'll switch gears to something a little heavy. Somebody just texted and said, Migs, did you know Tiny? He used to be on the radio. May he rest in peace. And I did. And it's I don't want to get too heavy into it, and I don't want to a trigger warning for some people because it involved somebody deciding that they didn't want to live on this planet anymore. He was a guy. Had some roots here in Seattle. Mostly was on the radio in Portland. Very lovable guy. One of those larger than life. And he was a big guy. I don't mean it to be a pun, but he was like that guy that would just light up the room. He actually was one of the guys on the show that replaced the show that I was on The End. When we left The End, they brought on the Marconi show, and Tiny was the sidekick. And, back in those days, everything was about radio competitions, and somehow we crossed paths, and he couldn't be nicer. And I was like, man, what a great lesson. This is, we're competition, but that doesn't mean that we're not human beings and good people. And he was a phenomenal person, left radio, got involved in the medical world, just hit some tough times. And man, I'll try not to get too emotional on it because I was driving home on Thursday and I saw him post something on Facebook, and I've never experienced this before. And it's still kind of it's going to live in my brain for a very long time. And he posted something, hey, it just said, I love you all so much. I'm sorry to be posting this. I didn't know how I could reach as many people in one message. And it was a video of him very calmly explaining what he was about to, how he wanted to go to Valhalla and leave this place and all the reasons why. And I put it on and then got in my car. So I'm listening to the audio and I'm like, I didn't want to fidget with my phone. And so for 20 minutes, I'm listening to this and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then you go on social media and you see all these people trying to reach him, trying to get a hold of him. And apparently this wasn't the first time.
Oh, no.
But he just wanted to make people smile. He just wanted to make people happy. He even joked in the video about how he hopes people throw him a big party with his face on a T-shirt, and but nothing but love. And I don't know if many radio stations around here are going to remember. He worked at The End for not very long, maybe about a year. He was on was it KNRK in Portland for a very long time, but just one of the good eggs. And I'm just sad, very sad. So yes, I long story short, I did hear about Tiny, and my heart goes out to him, his family, his friends, and people that knew him way better than I did. We were Facebook buddies. We liked each other's posts every once in a while, but I wasn't super close, only a couple conversations. But, you always stay in touch and you want to see somebody. You're always happy when you saw his post. So
totally.
That was one that I did not expect. And just to see, and you've heard those stories of people when they make that decision, that there's almost a sense of calmness to them, and to witness it. And man, it was... I don't know how to put it into words. It was just one of those things where I'm like, I did not expect this on my Thursday afternoon. Yeah. And I think about him now every day. I'm just, and I keep seeing more and more posts from his friends and family. And I think everybody's just kind of grieving in their own ways, but nothing but love for him and everyone that's been important to him as well.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Steve. Both of our kids right now are knee deep in 5-year-old activities. For my son, he has been becoming a Taekwondo master, a little tiger.
Yes.
And Migs, you are a ballet dad.
She's a dancing queen.
She's a dancing queen. And something happened to both of them yesterday that was pretty epic.
She's kind of a nerdy dancing queen, I got to tell you.
We're going to tell you what happened at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
Steve Migs, you and I are activities parents now.
Yeah. Do you have a cap? X amount of activities and that's it?
You know what? We've been doing martial arts solely for about a year. We weave in some swimming lessons and things like that, but we're considering T-ball, and I'm worried it might be too much.
Oh, dude, we have 3, and I feel like anything else. And we have some friends that every day their kid is doing something. So for us, it's just tap dance, ballet, and gymnastics.
Which one's her favorite?
Dance. But then again, I'm not there for gymnastics, so maybe she's having the best time there without dad around because I'm at work when she's going to gymnastics. But tap and ballet, she has a blast.
So what happened with her ballet class last night?
So great. She's dancing, and they have a free dance moment where it's every time it's freaking Let It Go or some Frozen song.
Yeah.
And they're all dancing, just doing whatever they want, improv. And this little girl next to her tried to grab Tatum's hand to hold her hand and dance. And Tatum kind of took her hand away and then was having a talk to her. And I'm like, we've been trying to tell her hey, you can have more than one friend other than your cousin. Because she'll shoot down other people. Sometimes I want to be her friend because she's I'm my one friend. I'm no, you can have more than one friend. You could hold hands with other kids. That's fine. So when she got in the car, I'm like, what happened with that one kid wanting to hold your hand? Why'd you shoot her down? She's like, because it's against the rules, Daddy. And I'm like, excuse me? She's like, our teacher said that we can't hold hands in class. Because it gets chaos. It's people falling. I was like, oh. Like, then my wife's like, well, would you do that if your cousin wanted to hold hands? She's like, yes, because that's against the rules. I would tell her she can't. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we have a little rules follower. This is hilarious.
Was your wife that way when she was growing up? I just feel like maybe you weren't a rule follower when you were 5, but was your wife a rule follower?
I have a feeling that quite possibly she was. Judging by whenever we want to try and sit like in an arena seat that's not necessarily ours at a concert or a sporting event, and my wife has like full-on anxiety attack, my daughter is becoming her.
Well, that's awesome. She's paying attention. She's not getting in trouble.
How are things with the karate master?
Well, he got to do something last night at his class at Little Tigers that he'd never gotten to do before. I'll even show you. I have an action photo on my phone. I'll show you, Steve. He got to knock down the giant, like, dummy thing.
It's like a giant weight bag.
It is. It's huge. And he's only like 40 pounds. And he took this thing down to the ground.
Did he take it down with a kick, a punch? Like, what's going on
like
here?
A double-handed push. So I mean, trust me, a year ago when we started this martial arts adventure, it was hell for me. Yes. I wanted to cry. It was miserable. How far he has come in a year now, knocking down dummies, punch dummies. I could not be more proud of him.
Well, I remember the early days of him going and you just being like, he's that kid. He's the kid that the parent has to constantly like get in the room and tell him to stop acting like a fool. So to see how much it's changed over the course of a year has been pretty awesome.
It's so much fun.
Is he trying to do any of his karate on mom and dad?
I mean, he'll definitely go through some of what's called a poomse is like the set where you do like low block. So he'll do if I do the poomse wrong, he will shame me. He will shame me. So he, again, a rule follower. He likes it the way it's supposed to be done.
These kids, bunch of nerds. Break the rules. Have fun. Hold hands. Kick people in the shins.
If you're an Alice in Chains fan, we have some information that might get you rather excited. We're going to tell you about it during the Daily Migs download after Nickelback.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. The Seattle Mariners are back. I can't believe spring training. Actually, the first game is this Friday as they'll be taking on the San Diego Padres. I know a lot of people end up going to Arizona for spring training. I've always wanted to do that.
Why haven't we done it? Let's make it happen.
Next year.
Next year's our year.
After they win the World Series, we will go to spring training. Now, a lot of us Mariners fans, I don't know, not too excited about the season because really not a lot's happened during the offseason. Didn't seem like they made any big acquisitions. But for some people, that's okay, especially one of their star players, Julio Rodriguez, who's happy that they kept the guys that they have and feel like 1 year later, these guys are going to be, and also with Dan Wilson, full year as a head coach, manager, maybe things will be better. And here's Julio talking to Chris Egan from King 5 about that.
I mean, it was huge for them to do that, to have pretty much the same group that we had last year. And, there's definitely a lot of friendships that we have built up as a group. And I think that's something really important. I think we have a really talented group. Maybe a lot of people don't want to see it like that, but that's kind of their opinion. And I personally don't really care about that.
That's good. Because I don't care about World Series. I just care that they're all friends and they have fun hanging out.
Yeah,
together.
I hope everybody has fun.
Yes. No, I love Julio, man. I'm excited now.
It's good to hear his voice, you know? I'm fired up.
I am starting to get excited for the season.
We are so back.
Like we never left.
There's a new book titled This Angry Pen, The Lost Journals of Lane Staley that has a release date of November 11th. His mother, Nancy, has confirmed that it is legit. And this book will have some never before seen poetry, lyrics, artwork, and notes from the late, great Lane Staley. So if you're a fan of Alice in Chains, that's going to be a must get for sure.
And I also saw that they just announced they're doing some shows again, like getting back together, do a couple festivals. Nothing here in the Pacific Northwest just yet. And there are rumors that I think Jerry confirmed them, so I don't know if it's a rumor, but they're working on a new record.
Yeah.
So I don't know when that album's going to be coming out, but I'm all for it. I have not been disappointed by any Alice in Chains album, so that'd be awesome to hear some new stuff from those guys. As far as weather, we're hitting a high of 50 degrees, going to rain today. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12 Pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
So I actually tried Gemini a couple days ago, the Gemini Live where you can talk to it, and it is really crazy to have a full-on conversation with this thing. I was just messing around, so I asked it to give me ideas for hosting during the holidays. And when it starts giving you results, you can just stop it and say, okay, but what about something low-key for a smaller group? And then it adjusts to that, and you can just keep going until you get an idea you want. I think that's what I would use it for the most, brainstorming stuff. It's so good if you don't know where to start or if you hit a wall, you just go to Gemini. It helps you get the ball rolling. But obviously you can use it for all kinds of stuff. If you want to learn something new, you can have it give you advice, ask it to explain Bitcoin in simple terms, or you can have it quiz you on microbiology. I mean, imagine being a student and you've got this personal tutor on hand. It's hard to explain. You really just have to play around with it, see how it listens to you, responds, adapts to your style of conversation. Just try it out. It's free.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.